Okay, this is a State of City Skylines, State of the Channel episode, recorded at 8:49 p.m. December 13, 2021. Let's go ahead and start in 5, 4, 3. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special video of the State of the Channel, as it were. So it's been a while since I did one of these, but just letting you know that the holidays are coming up, and I'm not going to be doing content for a little while. So I think my last normal episode or whatever that will go up has already occurred, which would have been, I'm trying to do the math in my head right now, I think the 15th of, no, I'm sorry, the 16th of December, which is Thursday, and then this video. I'm going away for a couple weeks. Going to have a lot of fun. Going away for Christmas, New Year's Eve, and then I fly back New Year's Day. I had a 6 a.m. flight New Year's Day. I hope my pilot wasn't having too much fun that prior night, but anyhow. So there's not going to be any new content until probably the second week of January. So what am I doing here? What is it that you're looking at here? What's so special about this that you're looking at? It's just blank terrain. Well, that's because it's the other direction, facing away from what I'm working on. So I've been doing a little bit of work, and I've spent about 7 hours on this, and I'm not done yet because I have a lot more work to go. But I've talked about it on the channels, so we're going to turn around and we're going to look at it, and I am working on sort of recreating southeast Michigan. So it's not entirely to scale, because something, the game, I just can't get a map with the right scale. But it is, I didn't realize it doesn't matter if it's paused or not, but I've got a lot going on that I've done. So I put in a couple of landmarks, the Rensen, pretty much right where it would be, one Detroit Center, and the Penobscot Building. So for those of you that are not familiar with Detroit, this is Lake St. Clair. This is north, looking this way. This is Canada. So U.S., United States of America, Canada. Our wonderful neighbors. And if you look, that is north. This is the only bit of Canada that is south of the United States. I think there's another little bit way up in Minnesota, I think it is, that kind of hooks underneath. But anyhow, this is, a major part. This is the Ontario Peninsula. The Detroit River, and then the beginnings of Lake Erie are, well, actually Lake Erie isn't down there. So what have I done? Well, I've started with putting in some freeways. I've got I-94. This is sort of accurate. I had to take a little bit of license with some of it. Okay. This would be 12 mile. I believe that's 12 mile. Yeah. This is 8 mile. So this is the baseline road. It goes, it's the baseline all the way across the state. That's for like the northern border of all the counties all the way across the state. Go along that line. The road doesn't go all the way across, but 12 mile, Van Dyke, Gratiot. Go ahead and try to spell that. If you don't know how to spell it, I'll show you how it's spelled, but I'm curious how you would spell it. It's not Grasshit. No, it is French. It is Gratiot. So, and then of course we have Van Dyke. Right here, 7 mile, 8 mile, 9 mile, 10 mile, 11 mile, 12 mile. They're all like that until you get down to about, I think it's 5 mile. Then 5 mile becomes, 6 mile is McNichols, 5 mile is Funkel, 4 mile is Schoolcraft, 3 mile is Joy, 2 mile is Warren. Nope, I missed one. Regardless, and that's all the heck over here. Anyhow, the main drag of southeast Michigan is Woodward Avenue. It doesn't do this exactly straight shot, but I decided I was going to do that. Have a straight shot all the way up. If you're curious, let's see, that's 12 in Woodward, so 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I probably won't be able to get M59 in here, but the scale is going to go off a little bit anyhow. But if M59 did exist, it'd probably be right along here, and I would live like right about here. So, but anyhow, I spent so much time on this because I'm getting a lot of the roads put in. I put in the correct names for all these roads. I even put in already the Detroit-Windsor Tunnel, so it does it extends, but it doesn't go anywhere yet. I put in the Ambassador Bridge, but it doesn't actually get into Canada yet. I used the Bay Bridge by B. Squigglehausen because that was the best looking one that I could get. Right here, this would be I-94. I haven't finished it yet. This would be I-75, and it's got a curve up at some point very... actually, I'm sorry. This is I-75 right here. This is I-94. This is the Gratiot extension. Yeah, the Gratiot connector, because there's Gratiot, of course. So I-75 goes up. I started putting in very faithfully recreated interchanges. This is sort of what the interchange looks like between I-75, known here as the Fisher Freeway, I-375, which is properly badged because it is an extension of I-75. It doesn't reconnect, and that just kind of connects to Jefferson Avenue right next to the Rensen. And the Gratiot extension, and that's fairly accurate. I did the same thing up here. I recreated this. This is almost exactly the way that the actual interchange looks for I-75 and I-94. I spent a lot of time on that. And then these ones I gave up. I just used the standard vanilla interchanges for those. But I did recreate this. I used the vanilla interchange, the three-way, but I modified it ever so slightly, and I couldn't believe how weird this interchange is in real life. This is where 96, because this is I-96, meets with I-75, and I-96 effectively continues on and ends at the Ambassador Bridge. But I never realized just how weird this interchange is. Look, if you look closely, the southbound lanes are here, and then the northbound are here. So it interleaves. I-96, I-75, I-96, I-75. These are not accurate. I just gave up again. I didn't want to make it completely accurate. But this curve is somewhat accurate. And then what I have to do before I start zoning and actually playing this is I want to finish I-75 as it comes down here. I want to finish I-94 as it kind of it goes this way and down and then heads off towards Ann Arbor. If you do want to go to hell, you can go to Ann Arbor. And then 96 kind of goes up. 275 may or may not exist. If it does, it's going to be right over here. And then Telegraph, which is another main drag named for long ago all the telegraph lines were along this road. Telegraph would be, I don't know, probably right about here, and just goes due south with a couple of chicanery, as it were. But anyhow, this is about 8 hours of work. I cannot remember who made the original map. I had to modify the original map because they, whoever it was that did it, they did a fairly good job, but the first problem was they didn't have any water sources. So this water would have just evaporated over time. So I had to put water sources back in. This little peninsula up here near Mount Clemens wasn't quite right. It was a little bit too far south, and it was a little bit, it was a little bit too far north, I think, and way too small. And then for whatever reason, they had land going all the way around. So the edge had land. I got rid of the land. Just got rid of it entirely. And then the last thing I did to modify it is I put a shipping lane in. So if I go over here, you'll see, where is it? There it is. I put a shipping lane in, and it actually does go all the way through down the Detroit River and off to this way. So I can have actual shipping going through. I hope ships will actually use it, unlike what I did in Knight's Helm. But I didn't have to use Anarchy to build any of this, so I hope it does work. But I am going to try to keep as many faithful Detroit landmarks in there. If you know of any in the workshop, please let me know. I really would like to put them down where they belong, and have as many accurate as I could. But, you know, the Rensen, that's pretty darn accurate. I spent a lot of time looking at Google Maps. In fact, I had my laptop on the desk next to me with Google Maps up, doing a lot of reference work. You know, I did take a little bit of liberty. The toll plaza for the tunnel is actually like right off of, I think it's right off of this road and comes over, but I didn't want them that close. So I just had to come off of, I think this is Renaissance Drive. Yeah. So, and then I had to figure out, obviously, Windsor and all of its neighborhoods as well. But my main concentration is going to be Southeast Michigan. Belle Isle is going to be the park that it is. And I have to do a little bit of smoothing out because I think the map data they got was a little bit exaggerated. Belle Isle is not that hilly. But that is what it is. And I don't know why they put the map upside down. Well, now it's okay. Never mind. Oh, maybe it's because I just had it turned. Okay, that's all it was. I had it turned. I thought it was upside down. But I did have to change using this. I had to set the actual latitude and longitude because the sun was rising in the west. And that was just a little bit too disturbing. So I changed the latitude and longitude, and it does rise in the, well, if I actually looked the right direction. Let's see here. The lake is to the, there we go. The lake is to the east, and then that's the west. So, but I'm really looking forward to building this city. This may be, when I get done with it, my main concentration or my main focus in City Skylines. And Knight's Helm, I'll probably retire, and I'll keep Knight's Gauntlet. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may retire both of them. I really want to hear from you, my viewers, what you think. Some other things that I did, if you're not familiar with downtown Detroit, this is Grand Circus Park. And then here, this is Campus Martius. So there's a ice skate rink and a nice big public park in the middle of that. If you are a fan of football and baseball, Ford Field is over here. That's where the Detroit Lions play. Comerica Park, I call it Tiger Stadium, but Comerica Park is like right here. I want to put a theater right here to mimic the Fox Theater, a beautiful theater in downtown Detroit. There's a couple of cathedrals right along this stretch too of Woodward Avenue that I will recreate, of course, with different cathedrals, not the actual cathedrals, unless I can find them. Actually, I say cathedrals, churches. I think it's only a cathedral if it's the bishop's seat, but anyhow. Enough about that. So once I put in the rest of the freeways, I also want to put in railroads. So there is a rail line that kind of parallels Woodward, and then there's a rail line that comes out this way that sort of parallels Gratiot. I haven't put Groesbeck in. Groesbeck is another road that heads out this way. The Davison will not be here, unfortunately. If you are not familiar, the Davison is the first freeway in the world, and it's M8. Woodward Avenue is M1, but the Davison would be right here, and I just can't get it to fit. There's no way I can get interchanges to work, so unfortunately I'm not going to have the Davison. It will sort of live as one of these. These are just references. I wanted to know where roads would possibly be. The way I did it is I put mile roads approximately 4 roads apart. So that's kind of the scale I used, and it sort of worked. It really sort of worked. I also have Woodward Avenue. I have tram tracks on it. There is a tram or a streetcar on Woodward Avenue, but it only goes to about here, I think, in the real world. But who knows? You know, I'll may have it go all the way up to Pontiac if I can. And I also put, I think, no, I didn't. I think I put tram tracks on 8 Mile as well. So what I'm curious to see, I did notice, is there's some exemplaring issues. The track just ends here and doesn't connect. I'm curious to see if the game will actually allow my trams to go along Woodward Avenue. So I guess I could figure that out right now, really. Here, what we'll do is we'll put down a tram station, because I'm not going to save this. So where are my trams? Cable car, trams, where are you at? Trams. Monorail, cable car, taxi, metro, tram, there we go. And a tram depot. Must be placed roadside. Alright, we'll just do this. I am not going to save this. So, that is a one-way road, so what we'll do now is we'll just go ahead and upgrade, and connect. Did it actually connect? See, it's not even connecting. So something's not quite right. I'm not sure what. So I hope my trams work. Yeah, I really do hope they work. But if I were to now see, so if I put a stop there, okay, it seems like it will. It's just that it doesn't exemplar right. But yep, I can do it. So, all right, everybody, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm really looking forward to it. I really do hope this works out really well. Actually, for some reason, it looks like the sun is going to rise in the north for some strange reason. Maybe I got my latitude and longitudes wrong. We'll see. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm really looking forward to this. I want to put the railroads in, I want to finish the freeways, and then I'll actually start playing the game. Everybody, you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and whatever holidays it is that you do celebrate during this period of time, happy holidays. Take care, and bye.